Okay, so we wanted to put together a best value for money data service, charting software, and education in Australia. So what happens is you often, when you first start out, you start going to some of these expos, and you end up with probably 15 people who you know who have different education programs. And you probably narrow that down to 3. And what you're doing then is really looking at those carefully. Because you're here tonight, I might be one of those 3. Now, when people first start out, they really don't know how much they don't know. So it's really called unconscious ignorance. In other words, you don't know how much you don't know. And it doesn't take you very long to work out that, in fact, there's conscious ignorance, which means you realize how little you know and how much work there is involved. And this is why having a mentor take you through and show you exactly what they do can be an advantage. And then we get to number 3, which is conscious knowledge. And you know a lot, but you have to think about it. And we don't need to go any further than that, because the unconscious knowledge, you know a lot, and it's second rate by you. We don't have to have it second rate, because number 3 is we know a lot, we have to think about it, or we have to refer to our rules. And I never get out of bed and wonder what I'm going to do on that day. There's a rule for everything. All I have to do is follow the rule. And if you have rules and you follow the rules, then it takes away a lot of the emotion in trading. Okay, here's the problem, and here's the things you need to ask the people. You've narrowed it down to 3 people who you think might be your mentor. And this is what a lot of people do, is they teach how markets work. They teach about indicators, and there's hundreds of them. And they teach multiple trading strategies. In fact, one of the strategies might be, and they call it a system. They say, well, we want the stochastics to cross, and then when the MACD line goes across 50, we're going to call that a signal, and that's where you get in. And there might be 10 or 20 or 30 of them that they give you. And then they release you, and you go home, and you start trialing those 10 to 20 of them, and you find out it's going to be a long, hard process. The key questions are, is your mentor going to have one comprehensive rule-based trading strategy? And are they going to trade that system and publish the results? And right away, people who don't know much about education and about share trading think, well, doesn't everybody who teaches? If you're an educator and you teach about a system, don't you trade it and publish the results? And the answer is you find out that they don't. There's very, very few who actually do that. And that's the way, that, for one, from an educator's point of view, to get credibility, and from your point of view, is that you can trust that person because you can see they're publishing and showing you exactly what they're doing. And that's what I do.